What is going on? I'm Zedmont, and we are here today to go over a math slash brain attention to detail problem that I put out on the internet yesterday and got way more attention than I ever thought it would. So here it is. If you're curious and want to try and figure this out and haven't seen it before, please, by all means, pause the video right now and then come back to it, because I'm going to go over the answer right now. First of all, these things are one part math, one part attention to detail, just like those find the differences things you used to do as a kid. And then there's some trickery involved, and it's usually annoying. So I have seen these all over Facebook, and I keep seeing people put the wrong answers up. So I made one of these, and I tried to make it as argument-free as possible. Now, the reason how I did that was these artillery up here, I intentionally made them worth 2. The reason for that is you always see in the comments people arguing about what this means. Does this mean because they're side by side you're multiplying, or does it mean that you're adding them together? And by making them 2, we get 2 plus 2 is 4, or 2 times 2 is 4. So it doesn't really matter how you want to interpret that. So if they were 3, some people would say that this is worth 6. Some people would say it's worth 9. Then you'd have different answers, and people would be arguing, and they'd both be right. I wanted to completely remove that. So what we've got in this first line is 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. That's the straightforward one. That is the one where you get into it and you say, yeah, I can probably do this. I am good at math. I'm a smart person. Here we go. Now the trickery starts. So we see that this is worth 2, no problem. So by definition, that means that this has to be worth 4 plus 4. So far, so good. We're making good sense. So if we put 4 over here, we get 14 minus 4 is, 14 plus 4 by making it go on the other side of the equal sign. We get 18, and we can get rid of this little bit of math action. So we've got something plus something equals 18. Hopefully this is taking you back to grade 9 math or wherever you learned that. So by mathematical equations and whatnot, we figure out that 9 plus 9 minus 4 equals 14. So far, so good. This is when the trickery comes in. So we know that this symbol, let's erase all sorts of stuff here. We know that this symbol right here is worth 4. Now, the reason why it's worth 4 is because there are 4 lightning bolts right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. How you would know that is just by looking very, very closely. And it doesn't matter if it's a shock bomb or if it were a picture of a tutorial guy with lightning bolts coming out of his head. It doesn't really matter. Bottom line, 4 lightning bolts plus 4 lightning bolts. Yes, we can see them here. Some of you right now are kicking yourselves saying, oh my gosh, that is so stupid. Why would you do that to me? Anyway, so we now see that this one right here has 3 lightning bolts, not 4. Some of you might have noticed it and thought nothing of it. Some of you might have not noticed it. That's how these stupid puzzles work. So this is worth 3. It is not worth 4. Otherwise, we would have 4 times something plus something. So we know the value of this over here is 4, and then how these puzzles work is they show something very, very obvious to you. You can see here that there are 4 rockets here, 3 rockets here. So you say, oh, I found the trick, and you don't even notice the lightning bolts. That's the most common mistake people make. On these sorts of problems, they show you an obvious change. Anyone with 2 eyes can see that there's an extra rocket. So what we have to do is we have to go back, and we see there's 3 rockets here. 1, 2, 3, and that's worth 9. So by the transitive property or some other mathematical term that I have no idea what it is, we can say that there's 4 rockets here, so 4 rockets must be worth 12. There is your solution. Some of you are going to go 3 plus 12 is 15 times 4 is 60, and those people are going to be very, very close, but wrong. Some of you are also going to go you had probably had a 4 over here, and so you went 4 plus 12 is 16 times 4 is 64. Also close, but not quite right. How you get the answer is, again, back to grade 9 math, grade 9 math, grade 9 math. BEDMAS, also called PEMDAS in the United States, I believe it's called. In the US and Canada, we say Z and BEDMAS. In the United States, you guys say PEMDAS. 3, 12. So what you need to do is you need to do multiplication first. 12 times 4 is 48, and then plus the 3 is a total of 51. So for those of you who got 51, that, in my opinion, is the correct answer. If you got something else, please do let me know if you think your argument stands up. Realistically, people who got 52, you got every single little detail except for this. And that was the most common answer, was people getting 52. Some of you got 64, and that was just people who missed that part of math or forgot about that part of math. That's how all those skill testing questions you have to answer to win a contest work. I don't know if you have those things outside of Canada. In Canada, if you win a prize and you haven't paid for it or anything like that, you have to answer a stupid skill testing question. It's always like 2 times 3 plus 6. And so people do it in the wrong order or something ridiculous like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully it wasn't super, super annoying. Let's get my colors back into action. That's my math puzzle. Let me know if you'd like me to make more of these, if you thought it was stupid, if you got it right, if you thought you got it right, but you didn't actually. Whatever it was, I'd love to hear your feedback. I got so many responses as you hear my game reloading in the background, because I'm going to close my screen there. So many responses on Twitter, so many on Facebook. Saw the image shared in a bunch of different places. So I know some of you either enjoyed it or hated it or both at the same time. Saw people arguing about answers and things. So I figured I'd put this video out and hopefully remove some of those arguments. Anyways, if you have arguments, put them in the comments below. That's it for me. I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in. Peace.